Greetings, comrades. Crisis in the Kremlin has ended as a series, I think. And the reason being is that my main enjoyment from the game comes from the various events that you can have. I really love reading what it has to say, even if the English isn't perfect. It gives an extra bit of depth to the game, I guess. And it's just something that I really enjoy. And it's the same reason why I really like games such as King of Dragon Pass. Maybe a few of you even know what I mean, where a lot of the enjoyment didn't come from what you're changing all of your settings to, the various gods you'd sacrifice to, or how big your military band was. It was all of the little events that would happen, all the different events that you'd be able to react to. Here's the problem, though. King of Dragon Pass had a lot of RNG involved, and that's good and bad. It's bad because obviously several choices and decisions would sometimes fail no matter what, and then you'd be screwed, and I didn't like that. But what I did like was the fact that there were a lot of events that would happen, and they'd kind of just happen randomly. What I also liked is the fact that a lot of the events pertained to different actions that you would take in the game. So if you were raiding a clan too much, they would actually offer you peace, they'd offer you tribute, or they might send disease spirits, or they might send a ghost to haunt someone's house. That's an actual event. But this game doesn't really have that. The many events that I love are very much so hard-coded in. They happen at the exact same time, as far as I know, and what that means is that I'm not really surprised by anything. I'm not really challenged too badly after I've already played through it. And now that I've played through it to the point where I'm at 995 and I got a victory, I know what all the events, I would assume by and large, there might be a few, but by and large, almost all the events, how they're going to happen. As long as I can remember it, I'll know exactly what my choices at least did. And I don't know, I don't think it would be fun for me to replay this game. I love this game. I really enjoy it. It is the series that's really brought life to this channel, both in terms of me enjoying myself and for actually getting any sort of community. 4 subscribers, not that big, but my first video on this series has 100 views. And that's insane. That is more views than all of my videos before it combined, I think. It might be a little under, but I think it's just about that. And then all the videos afterward, just over time, keep bringing in views. And especially for watch time, a lot of people are engaged. Now, when I say a lot of people, I have an audience retention of something like maybe 20%. Depending on the demographic, it can be much higher. I believe in something like Brazil, I have over 50%. Might be lower, might be above. I forget. I looked at the demographics just a little bit ago, but I can't really remember. However, like relative to everything that happened before that, I had a audience retention on average of like 2%. And so the uptake is immense. Now, maybe this was just the fact that I had a new microphone. Maybe it was just the fact that it didn't sound so bad. Right now, I sound pretty awful. I sound a lot worse than I did a dozen episodes ago. I need to find a new microphone at some point and try to hopefully find a good one, but I digress. This game means a lot to me, but I don't think I'm ever going to play it again. Unless I get a lot of requests for it, then I don't think it's going to happen. And that's for the reason I said before that I just feel like I'd be playing the exact same game in almost every way because of the lack of randomness. Now, that begs the question, what do we do going forward? Number one, I don't know what game I'm going to play next. I'm thinking of actually playing Crusader Kings 2, and I can delve into a bit about feudalism there. And on that note, with the general future of the channel, the more that I do this, the more I think that I don't want to just be a YouTuber playing videos and giving commentary. I want to be a fucking political advocate, I guess. I'm not really sure what it would be called. Essentially, I'm thinking about just changing the name of the channel to Marxist-Leninist Gaming. Because by and large, I think I might not always provide a Marxist skew, a filthy fucking commie perspective, not have all that red personal view of situations and games, but it more accurately describes my political feelings and would maybe bring in more people who want that, who want to see just someone who is a communist, who just plays video games. But besides that, I'm also thinking about making more political videos where I just talk over like this. I don't really play at all, but I talk about different things. Some things that I would talk about, obviously, the Communist Manifesto, the labor theory of value, how capitalism is bad and why it's bad and why socialism is good. One topic in particular that I want to talk about in the future is automation, because as we saw here, the fact that we were able to have technological supremacy meant that we got victory, and I'm not really sure where my views particularly drift in terms of being a Marxist, because I would definitely say that I adhere to the labor theory of value. I believe that an item's inherent value is based on the amount of labor that it took to uh, make it. But I also have a somewhat utopian view in the sense that I think that automation is eventually going to bring about a post-scarcity economy. Mostly. I don't want to say that's going to bring about a post-scarcity economy, but I do think that automation will, if we have it under a socialist system, make it so that everyone has their basic needs met and they can kind of just pursue what they want and not really be constrained too much by like total needs. But I'm kind of drifting off on a tangent, and really I should just talk more about this in a separate video, an upcoming video. But uh, yeah, do tell me what you think. I don't know how many of my viewers are just hardcore commies like me, or if they're just in it to hear my sweet nasally voice. Now the problem with the name nasally voiced weeaboo is that I've never played a single anime game, quote unquote. I've been playing that Sakura Spirit and that Danganronpa. So I might do that, but I think I'm definitely gonna do it just as Marxist-Leninist gaming. So give comments on whatever games you want me to play. Uh, Anything that you want to say about like fucking my ideas about making political videos and talking about different topics, what topics you want to see me talk about. I would say I'm not nearly as knowledgeable as a lot of other people are, but I can at least hopefully give a good understanding of what our topics I talk about. Like, I understand more about Marxism than just the average Joe on the streets of these here United States. But I'm definitely not somebody who is a historian. I'm not somebody who has spent their entire life delving into political theory. And I'm definitely not somebody who's going to be, at least not for many years, considered some giant fucking innovator of Marxism. I don't really have that many great new ideas, I don't think, and I don't understand it well enough to the point where I can say I have a master degree of being able to explain it to others, but I can try. I can try, and every little bit helps, with raising that their class consciousness. So, fuck, I don't know. It's kind of what it comes out to. I don't know, but I'm going to try. School is coming in about a week, and so when I go back to college, I don't know what my upload schedule is going to look like, but then again, I had a whole week where I just didn't do anything. I might have more sporadic videos. It really depends. I'm definitely going to probably space out my political videos just so I have time to research subjects and really collect my thoughts and talk about various subjects, all those matters, all those things. I think that's just about covering everything. So hopefully this wasn't too much of a cacophony of awfulness. If any one of you actually made this far, I do sincerely appreciate it. I really want to build a subscriber base and just have people that enjoy hearing what I have to say. So that's always good for their confidence. So for now, I'm getting pinged like crazy by friends. So yeah, that'll be it for now. Goodbye, comrades.